Congratulations for purchasing the finest model tray system available in the industry. This instruction video has been prepared to assist DVA's customers in realizing the maximum benefits offered by this incredibly versatile system. First, assemble two Ultra trays to either a plastic or metal articulator hinge. Ensure that both trays are completely seated in the hinge. If a full arch tray is being used, insert a palatal spacer into the center segment of the tray. We shall provide further instructions for the fabrication of models in full trays later in this video. Notice should be taken that the metal articulating hinge may be utilized during production procedures in cases requiring extra strength or rigidity. After fabrication, the metal articulating hinge may be replaced with the plastic hinge for a professional case presentation and delivery. As the trays are pre-treated with separating material, they require no additional preparation. After trimming all excess impression material, simply prepare a firm mix of a high-quality die stone and fill the die side of the impression and set it aside. While vibrating lightly, fill a tray to the top of its walls. One can add additional die stone to either the tray or the impression to establish the final vertical height of the model. Once the desired amount of stone has been added, position the filled impression into the tray. Care should be taken to place the occlusal area within the confines of the tray. Use either a knife or finger to wipe the excessive stone from the sides of the tray and impression configuration. Then simply allow the stone to harden. Without separating the impression from the poured arch, and prior to pouring the opposing impression, mount the opposing tray and adjust its vertical height such that the final position of the poured trays will be parallel. Without removing the impression, use mild vibration to fill the opposing arch to the top of the impression. Then, while using a spatula to place a die stone into the tray's rib or retention sections, fill the opposing tray. It is not recommended to use a vibrator while filling the opposing tray, as it may cause stone to run out of the impression. Continue to add stone to the tray or the impression such that the two are brought together. Both trays will be aligned into an appealing, parallel position, one to another. Wipe any excess stone from the sides of the tray and impression with a finger or lab knife as it hardens. After allowing all stone to harden thoroughly, remove the hardened arches from the impression. To separate the working arch from the tray, it may be removed from the hinge prior to placement on the base of the appropriate knockout tool. Note that one side of the quadrant tool base has an opening to accommodate the articulating hinge receptacle. Place the appropriate upper portion of the tool onto the tray such that it rests on the extended edges of the tray's sides and the palatal area of the tray for a full arch. Some stone removal may be required to achieve the proper positioning of the upper tool. Gently but firmly strike the top of the portion of the tool. The hardened arch will cleanly and easily pop out of the tray. Trim excess stone from the sides of the hardened arch. Care should be taken to avoid trimming away any of the retentive notches. Use the saw support stand with a handsaw or a separating disc and section the models as desired. If placement of a dowel pin is desired to facilitate die manipulation during fabrication procedures, secure the special DVA dowel pin in the preformed slot under the die and secure with Zap-It or other CA adhesive, and harden with Zap-It accelerator. Thoroughly clean all segments of residual die stone dust using a steam cleaner or brush. Use of an air gun only may not prove adequate to remove packed stone in the grooves or other areas of the arch and die. Reposition the pin die and other arch segments into the tray, ensuring that the dies are placed and fully seated into their proper relationship. As previously mentioned, if the bite relationship requires some adjustment, a small microtorch should be used to gently warm the area in the opposing arch tray at the point where the articulator hinge connects and contains the label DVA Ultra Tray, patent pending. Being careful not to apply excessive heat, which could burn the plastic. As the area softens, remove the heat source and move the arches into their proper relationship and desired occlusion. Hold the position and cool the heated area with an air hose or with water. Malaligned mounting is adjusted just that simply into its correct and proper inter-arch relationship. To fabricate either a refractory or duplicate die, use either the original impression or a silicone duplication of the original model with all segments in position in the original tray. To fabricate the duplicate die, remove the original die segments to be duplicated from the tray. Then lubricate both the tray and the stone walls of the adjacent segments with DVA tray spray. Position the original impression or silicone duplication onto the stone arch. Block out all openings between the tray and the impression or silicone duplicate. Through the center opened slot in the bottom side of the tray, use light vibration and fill the impression with the desired refractory material until the tray is filled. After setting is complete, use the knockout tool to remove the segments. DVA has provided a convenient alignment fixture for centering the poured arch in the most ideal relationship to the full arch tray. This simple device ensures that all preparations in the impression are located well within the central trough area of the tray prior to and after pouring. While the use of this alignment fixture is optional, it can be very helpful. After trimming the impression in the normal manner, place and center the impression onto the blue putty mask provided. Then position the indexing tray, which is the full arch tray configuration with the knockout tabs removed, onto the fixture. Look down through the opening in the indexing tray and position the impression such that the die segments are centrally located in the open areas of the indexing tray, and press the base of the impression tray into the putty to secure its position. Then, carefully remove the indexing tray from the fixture by pulling in a straight up direction. Use caution not to pull from just the front part of the indexing tray, as doing so may cause it to break. Use reasonable care and pull from all areas of the indexing tray during removal procedures. Place the alignment fixture and impression configuration on a vibrator and fill the impression as desired. Then, fill a new ultra tray with stone. Place this fill tray onto the alignment fixture over the impression and lower it to the desired height. Allow the stone to harden thoroughly. While the poured arch is setting, grind down the underside of the poured and hardened opposing arch and cut some retentive grooves as might be desired for adherence with the connecting base pour. After separating the die side arch and tray from the impression, articulate the opposing arch to the die side model and secure its position with DVA hot sticks. Attach either a metal or plastic hinge and then simply fill the opposing tray with stone and close the trays together until the stone makes contact with the damp opposing arch. If necessary, add stone between the opposing arch and tray to achieve a parallel relationship between the two ultra trays. It should be noted that this same pouring and mounting procedure may be used without using the alignment fixture for single-sided quadrant impressions using the quadrant ultra trays. The Ultra Twin Trays offer the unique opportunity for a plastic tray system to be plaster mounted onto fully adjustable articulators. DVA has developed a patented magnetically retained adapter mounting plate for this purpose. This optional, reusable adapter mounting plate is available directly from Dental Ventures of America Incorporated. It is recommended that the original models be processed as previously instructed with either a metal or plastic articulator in position prior to mounting on an adjustable articulator. Doing so will permit the finished case to be returned to the doctor fully articulated with a DVA supplied plastic presentation hinge in a very professional presentation. With the trays attached to the articulating hinge, slide both poured trays into the adapter mounting plates. Make certain they click into a fully seated position within the plate. Attach the supplied magnet to the lower arch plate and plaster mount to the fully adjustable articulator. Make certain enough space is available for mounting the upper tray and arch plate. No separator is required. Attach a magnet to the upper arch plate. Add plaster as required and lower the upper arm of the articulator into position. Allow all plaster to harden. After the plaster has set, remove the metal hinge by holding firmly on the upper adapter mount plate and pull up on the upper arm of the adjustable articulator, thereby separating the plaster mounting and the magnet from the mounting plate surface. Then remove the articulating hinge from the articulated ultra trays. Finally, reposition the mounting plate onto the plaster indexing keys with the magnets retaining the relative positions. Both models can be easily removed from the adjustable articulator during production procedures, either by sliding them out of the adapter mounting plate or by removing the adapter plates from their magnetic plaster mounting. When the case is complete, both trays may be reassembled with a DVA supplied plastic articulator hinge for delivery and presentation to the dentist client. The DVA Ultra Twin Trays are designed to be easily reusable. Normally they must be reclaimed from the dental office. Once they are returned to the laboratory, simply clean the tray of any stone residue. Insert the saved knockout tabs, which were removed during the original knockout procedure, into the DVA flexible reusable tray insert. Position the flexible insert containing the tabs into the tray, making certain it is fully seated and the tabs are aligned in their correct position. Once positioned, secure the tab to the tray with a small amount of sticky wax. Seal any large openings between the tab and the tray. After the tab is securely positioned and fastened, remove the flexible insert. Spray the tray with DVA Twin Spray, and the Ultra Tray is ready for reuse. We trust this instruction video has proven a helpful aid in assisting you with your initial experience with this fine product. If you have any additional questions or require additional assistance, or to order any of the auxiliary products mentioned in this video, please feel free to call our toll-free number, 228-6696. We want to help in any way we can. Additional information or contact can be made through our international number at 909-270-0606 or by fax at 909-270-0636. Our general email address is dvainfo@dentalventures.com. Or for technical assistance, send an email to tonys@dentalventures.com. We thank you for your time, and we know you're going to enjoy using this fine product.